Okay, so Miss Alora and Mrs. Hostike. Okay, so week 15, we are doing another Italian Renaissance artist, Fra Angelico. He actually was alive during the same time period as Ghiberti. He was born a little bit later and then died actually the same year. You guys are doing so great on your scripts. You're just pulling from all sorts of resources, so I won't go too deeply into the script. I'll have stuff prepared for you in case you don't have one, but you guys are doing it great. I won't go too much into this. He's one of the greatest painters of the early Renaissance. He was an Italian monk, and oddly enough, his name was not even Fra Angelico. It was Guido di Pietro. He took the name Fra Giovanni, but is often called Fra Angelico, meaning the angelic monk. And then Fra is taken from the Italian frate, I think is how you say it, meaning brother. So the other classes attended the Annunciation, which is just like a simple depiction of Archangel Gabriel announcing to the Virgin Mary that she is going to carry the Son of Man. You guys are doing something a little bit different, and you are the only class doing gold leafing. So it is, you guys are going to be attending the Virgin Annunciation. I'll fix this because it should say Virgin right there. This would have been side by side with a similar depiction of Archangel Gabriel, except in this artwork that he did, they were two separate paintings framed in two separate ways. So this depiction of Mary it depicts right after the angel had announced that she would give birth, and then her head is bowed, and this gesture is showing that she submitted to the will of God. So my thought is that we get the gold leafing out of the way first, and then they can spend the rest of the time painting. So each student will be given this picture of the Virgin Annunciation on, it's on watercolor paper. Funnily enough, I printed it on the wrong side, but I'll correct that when I print everybody's. So every student will be given this, some Mod Podge glue, a plate with green, blue, black, white, yellow, and red. So if you want to see me mix these colors, you can go back and watch the very beginning of Zuri and Caitlin's video. For now, I'm just using the same plate. Also, the student will be given a dry paintbrush, which I might need to grab a new one since I used it for the last video, to kind of manage the gold leafing. So let's start there. I'm going to take my little pot of nearly dried Mod Podge glue, and we are just going to start with them dabbing it on. You don't want to have them do too much, like not glob it on, just kind of a thin layer. Okay, so once that is done, they are going to take their sheet of gold leafing, and I don't know if I said this yet, but if I didn't, I have to pass this out at the beginning because it's so delicate that I couldn't, it'd be kind of a mess. So every student will have this gold leafing on their materials. Please, please, please prepare your class to not touch it or mess with it. It is so delicate. So when they come in, they really just need to wait for instruction. Okay, so it's nice and pressed on. So I'm going to lift both layers and see what happens. All right, let me just do this. Okay, so you're going to kind of lift the side and use the dry brush to kind of like pull it away. See, it's so light. I was gonna try to use it on other classes, but I just feel like your class is the only one responsible enough to kind of handle it. They might be timid at first, but I just kind of pull and then use the brush to brush it away. And the Mod Podge glue does stick pretty well to it. So, you know, of course the tables are gonna be filled, you know, with the tablecloths, but I will have each student, maybe now that I'm thinking about it, they'll have their own kind of little paper towel or something to kind of like clean up their leftovers. So, I mean, pretty painful. And listen, it's not gonna hurt my feelings if you don't wanna do this, the gold leafing. They will have gold on their palettes. It's cool, and I think they could handle it. It will be messy, but it's done. So the next step is I made like a color mixing key for all the students for the colors that they're gonna need in this painting. So I did red and white makes pink for her dress, yellow, white, and red for peach for their skin, red, yellow, and a little bit of black or brown to do the headpiece because black just kind of blacks out the details. And then blue and green make teal for the robe. They don't have to do it. They can do it in a true blue, but I just thought, you know, maybe they want to make teal. And then white, yellow, and pink to make the beige background. So I'm obviously not gonna paint this entire thing, but I will show you kind of using the key how this all shakes out. So I would say that after they do the gold leafing, they should probably mix this palette so that they have all the colors that they need to paint with. So you can kind of walk them through the white and, sorry, the red and the white make pink for her dress. Beautiful. The red, the white, and the yellow make this peachy color for her skin. The red, yellow, and a little bit of black. I use this one. So red, yellow, a little bit of black. I'm gonna add some more red to kind of make it a more rusty. Kind of fills in this headpiece. The next one on the color mixing key is blue and green. Make this beautiful teal for her robe. And then the last one is the kind of beige for the background. So white, yellow, and pink. My white is looking a little sad. White, yellow, and pink. Give us, I might add some more white. What we need for the background. I do need more white. They'll have plenty, but I'm done a couple takes on this, trying to figure out the leafing. So that's kind of the background. And then, of course, the gold, I figured they could use, you know, along her collar, along her sleeves, maybe the gilding of the book. So that's kind of my thoughts. If I need to modify any of this, let me know. If you decide that you want to do just the gold paint, or if you want to do the leafing, I think they can do it. I think they can do it. But let me know what you think.